For black sash training, we're going to do some, and you still are apparently, we're going to do some continuous form practice of the first section. Nice rings. Yeah, so we'll do first section. I'll call out names just to be a little slow. And if you were working on the sequence, just try to get whatever you don't know yet. If you know the sequence already, let's work on that head suspended. Let's bring it back to the first point, the head suspended. And remember, it's not just about the head. So I can think about the head and have it suspended and then be tense in the body, but it's like the body is relaxed down from the head being suspended. Light and swift, where swift is like a well-oiled machine. Begin. Step left. Come in. Ward off right. Ward off left. Ward off right. Pull back and press. Push. Single width. Lift hands. Strike with shoulder. White crane spreads wings. Brush knee push one. Playing guitar one. Brush knee push two. Brush knee push three. Feel your head suspended. The rest of the body light and swift. All the body. Brush knee push four. Playing guitar two. Brush knee push five. Hidden hand punch. Withdraw and push. sure what else is useful for people streaming right now. What kind of lecture would be good? Let's do, let's go to another important point. Let's jump away from 1, down 2. Let's do inside-outside coordinated. So if you don't remember, inside-outside coordinated means that basically the internal and the external are in harmony. And the harmony would be that neither one is dominating, neither one is absent from your attention. So the internal would be what you feel as inside your body, which is all the sensation of the body, emotion, thought, things like that. All these are internal. External is everything else. So everything you can see, you can hear, everything you know is around you, the rest of the world. Yourself and others, I guess. So that's one way to just, you're not, the example I always use is when you're doing the form, inside, outside coordinated. You're not so in your head that you don't notice anything around you. You're not so looking around you that you lose your place in the form or forget what you're doing or go on automatic, right? Because that's another kind of external, well, I don't know if that's internal or external, but when the mind wanders. Okay. Why am I standing like that? That's silly. Okay, let's go through the first section one more time. Inside, outside coordinated. See if you can feel the mixing of the internal, the external. And begin. No names this time. Inside focused, notice your external, your peripheral vision, sounds in the room. Too much external, maybe something in the environment is distracting you. You notice the sound or whatever, but don't lose focus. Lost your eye spirit. You might be too internal. It's not saying no internal, just a balance. So, hope that was meaningful for you. Oh wow, that took a lot of time. So I guess this will be sort of a end of a joint Black Sash Master's Path again. Excuse all my sniffling. I don't know if you ever heard my sob story about allergies, but I've got them right now. This mask doesn't help. Anyway, hold 1 second. I'll be right back. Thanks. Anyway, okay, so before we bow out, just a little note on, so this occurred to me, that I spirit thing. So if you've done the form a while, if you're like me, you've developed habits of losing your I spirit here and there. Like it's typically, I think back to my form, it's typically a part where I was worried about the feet. And so I've somehow memorized a look down and made it habitual. So when you're going through, and it's kind of, I think of it as like, it's not the most relaxing, but I think of it as like you're like a guard for your attention. So when you're doing your form, at some point your job is not to pay attention to the form you're doing, but your job is to notice if your I spirit goes away. You're a guard of your I spirit. And I'm not qualified. I would say I'm not probably qualified to teach meditation, but I've done some separate from Tai Chi and gotten some from Tai Chi as well. And there's this idea of just noticing when you're distracted. There's lots of kinds of meditation. This is one thing where you can just, for a period of time, whatever it is, just notice what you think, what you feel, and when you get distracted, because the mind always goes that way. It just tends to happen. So one way you can get your meditation into Tai Chi, get it to be part of the same thing, is to sort of be a guard of your attention like that. So I was going through the form, and I was keeping my I spirit, which isn't like a locked, hard, tense gaze. It's just looking, relaxed looking, right? And then at some point, I was like, oh, there's the first time I lost my I spirit. So I would start over, go a little slower, relaxed looking, even when I'm taking a step. And then I'll just make one up, like, oh, I looked away, oh my God. You don't have to start over, but just be like, oh, I lost my I spirit, now I'm gonna start over, and not start the form over, but just pay attention again. See if I can catch the next time I get distracted. So just some thoughts on how to practice, how to work on the meditative aspects and connect it to your I spirit. If you have any questions about that, I can see about 1 million that you might. Let me know somehow. Okay. Oh wow, we gained it. Maybe you're early for Kung Fu. But that's it for Black Sash training and Master's Path, beginner Tai Chi.